It's Oshkosh Live, powered by Redbird Flight. They have set us loose on the grounds of Oshkosh, and as you may be able to see, we are in the U.S. Air Force tent. Let me tell you, this place is electric. If you can take a look behind me, this place is packed. I've been to Miami clubs that weren't this poppin', so this is great. I'm here with my man Andrew Oppman, marketing and communications point person for Middle Tennessee State University, one of the proud sponsors of Oshkosh Live. Andrew, we're here in the U.S. Air Force tent, spending some time with the Civil Air Patrol. I know MTSU has a partnership with the Civil Air Patrol. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, we couldn't think of anybody better to share the screen with than Civil Air Patrol because they're such great partners and friends. We've been with them since 2014, where we host many events on the campus at the wing or state level and the region level, but also we host a national special cadet activity called the Engineering Technology Academy. We just did it 2 weeks ago. We had cadets from all across the country attending, and what a great opportunity it was for them to see our campus and us to see them.
Awesome. Well, if you can take a look behind me here, we got the Sims at work. This is where the journey begins. And you can see it underway, impressionable minds being impacted as we speak right here live. And I'm also here with General A with the Civil Air Patrol. Thank you so much for spending a couple minutes with us today. So, we're putting this out to a large audience of aviation enthusiasts. What message would you like to share as far as supporting, being a part of, volunteering with the Civil Air Patrol?
Yeah, absolutely. So hello, Oshkosh Live. Civil Air Patrol is an absolutely incredible organization. We've been around since 1941. We're 70,000 volunteers serving our communities, saving lives, and shaping futures. We do that through 3 missions: aerospace education at locations like this, where people are so excited about STEM and engineering and technology. We also do it with emergency services, where we do disaster relief and search and rescue for our organization. And we do it with our cadet program, which has over 30,000 young people who are motivated to learn about leadership and aerospace and flying. It's an absolutely incredible organization that makes a difference in lives every day. So if people have a passion for aviation, for young people, for developing their potential, we're a great place to volunteer.
Well, I got to tell you, you must be doing something right, because I saw people taking selfies with you. So clearly the Civil Air Patrol is making an impact.
We are. We're so proud to be in 1,400 communities across the country, having activities that help cadets develop their skills and develop their interests, from aircraft maintenance and manufacturing to aviation business to engineering technology to space academies to our flight academies that help them learn to fly.
That's incredible. Well, we also have 2 cadets with us today. We have Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Kara German, and Cadet Colonel Ella Bay Perry is here with our friend Haley, one of the esteemed graduates of Middle Tennessee State University. Haley, I saw you asking these 2 a lot of questions. Was sort of curious what you were picking their brains. What did you learn, or what questions do you want to ask?
Yeah, so we were actually talking a little bit about Civil Air Patrol, and Kara and Ella were telling me about it. So tell me what your experience was, Kara, in Civil Air Patrol, and kind of what you have gained from being in this program.
Yeah, so my experience kind of comes from my family. So my dad and brother were in that program for about 10 to 12 years. And I always told myself, I don't think I'm ever going to join. That's not for me. But then I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I want to become a better person, and I want to fulfill my true potential and find out who I can be. And so when I was 15, I made the decision to join, and I totally don't regret that at all. Like, it was the best decision I could have ever made for myself in my life. But regarding skills that I've gained, definitely confidence. I was a very shy person, not very sure of myself, but I've gained a lot of confidence. I've learned how to advocate for myself and things that I need, as well as conflict management, interview skills, and resumes just for applying to jobs in the real world. And so Civil Air Patrol has prepared me in more ways than one, and I'm very grateful for those opportunities.
Yeah, that's awesome. You kind of mentioned to me earlier that Civil Air Patrol has impacted your future goals for your career. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I never thought that I would touch aviation. Like, I was always very scared of heights. But after going on an O flight and realizing like how cool planes are and how it's really not that bad, I discovered that I'm really into the mechanics of aviation, and so I'm actually enlisting in the Air National Guard, and I really hope to work on C-17s and be an aircraft mechanic. So that's my goal right now.
That's awesome. Congrats. Ella, tell me a little bit about your experience in the program as well, and what you've gained from Civil Air Patrol.
I joined Civil Air Patrol when I was like 16, and basically from that I went from like a scared junior No, like early senior high to confidence, like German said. But I originally joined just out of curiosity. Both of my brothers were in at that time, and I just like pulled up some of the material and was reading about self-discipline and motivation and really how to learn how to lead yourself and be a follower towards others before, learning how to lead other individuals. And that really kind of sparked some interest in me, and so I started pursuing that, worked through all the promotions in Civil Air Patrol, and then I also did an O-Flight, which opened the world of aviation to me because I had closed it off. I was like, ain't no way I'm doing that, but I felt the acceleration, and I was like, this is something that I definitely need to do at some point. I attended a National Flight Academy, like General A kind of mentioned earlier, and it was a wonderful experience, and I've always had just wonderful experiences one after another, especially being here this week during National Blue Beret.
I want to ask both of you, like here at Oshkosh, see a lot of people coming up to the booth, to the desk, asking questions. What are the most frequently asked questions you get about joining volunteering with the Civil Air Patrol?
I'd say just what it is, because people don't really understand exactly what we do. We're in a uniform, but we're still civilians, so that's often a question that they kind of ponder and ask about. And then senior members, which would be anyone 21 or older, they also wonder, like, what can we do? And honestly, the answer is that is just mentorship. I realized even in my position, I'm heading into mathematics education at Liberty University, and I've realized that I love being someone that someone can come to for questions and just helping them work through problems. And so often I talk about that when someone is asking different questions.
Cadet German, same thoughts, frequently asked questions you get?
I think one that I get asked the most is why I stay in this program, because most kids my age, I'm 18, out of high school, and they're like, oh, don't you want to focus on college? Like, why still do Civil Air Patrol? And so for me personally, I've really loved the community, as well as just the culture of values that have been instilled throughout this program that keeps all of us grounded, and we share those values. And so it's just a wonderful community of supporting and encouraging people that have built me up to succeed in life. And so I really hope to serve and do the same for others. But everyone is going to have different answers for that. But that's definitely a question that I hear a lot.
So General A, to bring you back into the conversation, the call to action, where can people find you? What direction you want to give our audience on how to get involved, how to support, how to be a part of it?
Yeah, well, if you're a pilot or if you have other skills that might help us with one of our missions, we would love to have you check us out at gocivilairpatrol.com. Find your local unit, one of those 1,400 squadrons in all 50 states, and find out if you're a right fit for the organization and if we can offer you a great way to serve others.
Well, I just want to say to the Civil Air Patrol, to you all, thank you for all you do everywhere. So it's an incredible story. Two tremendous ambassadors for the Civil Air Patrol here. Thank you, General A, for your time. And that is a wrap on Oshkosh Live, powered by Redbird Flight. It's been great spending a few moments of the week with you. Thanks so much for joining us. This is Sean Bean signing off.